Oh, ladies and gentlemen, how are we going? I just wanted to talk today though about 3 benefits of running that aren't fitness related. So obviously when you think of running, you think, well, it's going to benefit me, I'm going to get fitter, my heart's going to get stronger, all this sort of stuff. But there's a bunch of cool benefits that come from running that isn't just fitness related. Whether you're new to running, you're thinking of maybe getting into it, maybe you've got a friend that runs, or maybe you've been running for a while, couple months, couple years. These are just some really cool benefits that you can experience, and I wanted to be able to share that with you guys today. Maybe get some people inspired to start running, or just some people sort of motivated to keep running. These are ones that I've experienced, and I'm sure that if you've been running for a while, you would have as well, but would love to hear some other benefits that aren't fitness related as well for what you feel like you've experienced. Anyway, so benefit number 1 is that I feel like it's given me a better gauge on, like, it's given me more perspective on difficult times. So when I did my first 24-hour race, I got my goal of 200 Ks. Ended up having to be wheelchaired off. And it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. The last 40K, I was in the worst shape of my life. But I got it done. And it's given me some perspective in my own life with suffering and things that go wrong in life. And it's given me just a greater perspective for what's actually difficult. It's helped me to kind of tackle problems in my own life, and it's kind of, in some ways, it's kind of chilled me out a little bit. Like, if something goes wrong in life, I feel like I'm better able to take that challenge on board, and I'm better able to kind of tackle things. So that's really cool. That's benefit number 1. Benefit number 2 is that you get to meet so many great people. Like, I have made some amazing friendships through running. Not only have I made new friendships, but I've solidified ones that I've, like, friendships that I've already got. So a good example of this is the Hyson. I didn't actually know all of the other guys that were running at the time when we started, but I feel like the Hyson has really forged through fire. That idea of difficult times kind of brings you together. And I think that's just the general theme of running in general. It's like, you're all out here suffering and it's cool to be able to share that journey with other people, and particularly in like ultra running. And again, with my first 24-hour race, I was a bit hesitant rocking up, hadn't really done an event like this before. And I went there and everyone was so friendly and so encouraging to me. And it just made me think, wow, like, what a cool community. If you go out to a park run, if you don't know what a park run is, it's like a free 5K. They're all over Australia, all over the world. You rock up, do a 5K run, you get a time. And it's just such a wonderful event to go to on a Saturday morning. Everyone's super welcoming, and it's just great. And so if you haven't experienced that, there's just such a great community that you can experience. If you feel like, you know, you want to meet some new people, running is such a good way to do that. That's benefit number 2. So the third benefit that I wanted to talk about is that running trains you for life. You know, life is a lot like running. It's a lot like this journey that I experienced on the Hyson. You head out on a journey, this big unknown. You don't know how it's going to go. You've trained as much as you can to get to where you are. But things go wrong. Things stuff up, you know. On the trail, we thought we'd be out for 14 to 16 days, 14 to 16 hours a day. There was a day where we were out for 21 and a half. But we got it done. We took it as it came at the time. We did as much training as we could to prepare ourselves. But if you can go through life just like in the heist. And if you can go through life with some friends by your side and a support crew there, people around to support, then you're not doing too badly. Running reminds us that the journey isn't always smooth, that it can be bumpy. It's taught me a lot about life. And there's times in my life when I just feel like quitting, to be honest, and I just feel like throwing in the towel. But I'm reminded of times when I haven't quit in my running, like when I had to be wheelchair off. I'm reminded times when, man, my parents got COVID during Hyson, and I felt like quitting. I felt like just going home with them that night because it was just too hard. It just felt so hard. I cried. I had a documentary I put on YouTube video, and I cried. I cried because I lost my support crew and I wasn't going to see him for a week, and it was super hard to deal with. I could have quit then, and I didn't. I didn't quit. And you know what? The very next day, I was all good. The very next day, they were gone. My brother came in, he helped me out for a couple of days, and then I was fine. And I did the rest of the Hyson, and I made it look pretty easy. It wasn't, but I had to get through that hurdle. I had to push past that difficulty. And a lot of times in life, we don't even attempt to push past. And you know what I found? Often, not always, but often it's worse in your imagination than it is in reality. Often that thing that you're scared about, if you actually do it, it's a bit like public speaking. Oh, can't do that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And every time you get up there, I've found, may not be true for everyone, but I've found this to be true. Every time you get up there, you're then like, oh, wasn't as bad as I was then thinking. You get going, you start talking, and so there's these beautiful ways that running can teach us about life. And that's my challenge, is get out there, challenge yourself. You're not going to grow if you don't challenge yourself. And running is a great way to do that, because you're able to enjoy the process a bit. You're able to take what we learn from running, and we can take that into how we live our lives. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Love to hear your thoughts about this, any suggestions for other videos, and if you found this helpful, if you have any other tips that you'd like to share, write in the comments, or any other benefits you've found that running has given you that isn't fitness related. Would really love to hear that. All right, catch ya.